controls to manual override.
Creedence and Bishop.
Hey there, this is Clive Barker, and you're listening to the Creedence and Bishop Show. Enjoy.
Here's a moment from one of your favorite programs.
All right. It's Creedence.
No, Bishop, you done up.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm like a pot smoker. I listen to the radio and watch TV.
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah.
Moving right along in search of good times and good news. With good friends you can't lose. This could become a happy, fun time.
Welcome to prime time, bitches!
And I think we're live. Wow.
We're live.
Hello and welcome to the Creedence and Bishop Show, streaming live across many different platforms, I believe, which would include Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CB Radio Show. YouTube, I think, is Creedence Bishop Show. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to check on it. Facebook, CB Space Radio Space Show. The Twitter, which is at CB Radio Show, and we also have an Instagram, but we're not streaming live on there because we're not cool like that yet. So anyways, welcome one and all. Yeah, a little bit of an ink. Mikey's name is funny. He's just popping on. We've had some issues with Mikey, the Angry Mayhem. But anyways, that's a very flattering video as well. Fantastic. Anyways, welcome one and all. We are the Creedence and Bishop Show, usually live around 8:30, but it's a little later tonight. That's okay. No big deal. Bishop, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. Hopefully we can push ahead and put this all behind us and have a very good show. Look forward to it every week. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, thank you. Oh, Maniverse.
The Maniverse podcast. Thank you. We always look in our best.
Those guys are really good to us, by the way. They're always sharing our stuff. And
awesome. Very cool. We appreciate that.
They drink a lot of beer on their podcast, basically. They review beer.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Like that.
Did they happen to hear the Mel Kiper Jr. top 5 beer list?
I don't know if they did or not, but I know that's their thing is the beer.
A lot of people were saying that was the highlight of the show so far.
Really?
Mikey, how are you other than being extremely angry and
Oh my goodness. I am delightful. I am so happy and in such a good mood. Nothing can shake me, baby. I'm unshakable. Real quick, how does the audio sound? Would you like
it sounds perfectly fine.
It's clear, baby.
Yeah.
Clear.
I wish we would have had the audio before, because Knox, before we went on, said that because we've been trying since, I don't know, 8:20 to get this thing fixed. And Knox said that he was wore out from laughing. I am too. I was crying because Mikey's voice, the way it sounded, was like the guy, he sounded like a mix. Okay, imagine if you're hanging out with the guy that played Buffalo Bill. Okay,
right.
You know, it rubs his lotion on his skin, or he gets a hose again. And you were doing whippets at the same time. That is what it sounded like. That Buffalo Bill was doing whippets because you were like, "Can you hear me now? I don't know."
That's exactly. Well, what was funny a while ago when we were doing some testing, that was happening to us, and we were laughing because we were listening to Mikey do that. At some point, it flipped. Knox and I were laughing through the whole thing, and at some point, it flipped, and Mikey heard us that way, and he couldn't stop laughing. That was pretty funny. But anyways, how about you, Big Clay? You doing okay?
I'm doing good. Sitting here looking at the chat, see a bunch of friends checking in here with us. And yes, Kimmy, I do need a camera still, but I did manage to get this wonderful picture put up for you guys.
Yeah, at least
you can see me light up when I talk. Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah. So, doing good though. Right. Just hanging out on the quarantine couch.
Knox, everything okay with you?
Yeah, going pretty good. I've slept in a bed for the last 4 nights in a row, so it's
braggart.
You not?
Is that not a normal thing for you?
Well, the thing is, with the change of routine that we've had with the whole thing that's been happening, I I was falling asleep on the couch a lot, and it messed my neck up bad, like real bad. I can only look about. This is ready. This is as far to my right as I can look. That's it.
How about your left?
Yeah.
That's about as far as I can go to my left. A little bit left, a little bit more left than I can right. But this is as far as I can go to the right.
Can I ask you why you chose to sleep on the couch instead of your bed?
Well, I didn't really choose to. It just kind of happened.
That was forced.
Were you sleeping with a gun, like waiting for an intruder to kick in so you would be ready?
I just got kind of. Well, it's a comfortable couch.
Clearly,
it's a very comfortable couch. It's dangerous.
It destroys your fourth and fifth vertebrae. It's really
I've got bone spurs, dude. Great couch.
What was that, Creed?
Do you not get up during the night? I mean, I'm up like 15 times.
Well, what happens is, no, I'm not up that many times. I'll wake up and I'll just roll over, and then I'll just kind of stick it out until morning. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of lazy when I wake up in the middle of the night. I don't want to go anywhere.
You get up 15 times in a night?
Oh, no,
are you
really?
Are you peeing that much?
No, it's just the cat needs, the cat goes in and out. I try to keep the dog. Plus, Emily, thank God, so that I can sleep every once in a while and sleep on the couch. But her neck's not bad.
Give it time.
Why does she sleep on the couch?
Because we've got kind of a small. I don't think our bed's a queen. I think it's a full, and I'm a fat ass.
Oh my God!
I
sleep
can't.
on top of it.
It looks like it's queen. I don't know, but we need a bigger bed. I just know that much.
You make
she takes up a lot of room.
Hold on. You make your fiance sleep on the couch because there's not enough room on the bed.
Well, listen, she sleeps like a log. It's perfectly fine. When she's in bed, she's completely sprawled out. I have zero room. It just works out pretty good every once in a while.
I bet you probably got sleep apnea.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be kind of scary. I don't ever want to test that because I'll be hooked up to a machine in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
They're changing that all around now. Not everyone has to get a machine anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm sure I do. And, falling asleep, the remote that I have worn out the timer button apparently because I can't get the damn thing to shut off, so it's just rolling all night, which is terrible for sleep.
It is, yeah.
I know.
What is rolling all night?
The TV.
Oh.
It's very bright.
Rolling all night, baby.
Have you checked your prostate? Maybe your
not
prostate.
lately.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might have bad prostate.
No, but if you need to after the show, I'd be happy to. We can live stream that.
Live stream.
Hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to Press.
Hello.
Press. Your bedtime. Oh,
what age? What age do you get your prostate checked? Is that 50 or is that 40?
I think they recommend starting at 40 now.
I think 45, if I'm not mistaken.
Has anybody here had their prostate checked?
No.
I haven't had it checked like that, but I have had fingers in that area for other reasons.
Go on.
By a doctor, not a lover.
Oh, I was like,
okay. I want to add that at some point because I had some questions.
I was going to say Billy Graham the whole week talking about the show was too dirty. And he just gets right into play. Oh, no, so by a doctor.
Yeah.
By a doctor. A trained
Clay. John Campbell says, it's been a long time, Clay. Ask them if they remember the belt buckle.
Oh, I do.
They do, John. Yeah,
I got it. I got it right off the top. Yep. I had no idea who John E. Campbell was until Creed just read it, and then John E. Campbell was a person that was on our reality show.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was trying to become a cast member, and he was a great listener, great guy, wonderful belt buckle though, giant belt buckle. Yes, and we called him Elton John on the show.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember him now.
That's right. And one night we interviewed his belt buckle live on the show.
That's right.
Love it.
Because it was giant. It was not quite the world championship, but it was definitely either the US title or the Intercontinental title.
Here's an idea. Hear me out, if you will. We get rich and famous and we commission a giant plate-sized belt buckle with our faces on it for John to wear around town.
I like that.
Yeah. I like that too.
Not a bad idea.
I like that waste of money. I like that.
Look here. We'll do like Mikey and we'll blow through a bunch of cash on some
way
things.
Way before I get a webcam, we'll get it out.
By the way, before I forget, if you guys can help us and share, do all that stuff on wherever you're watching at, we really would appreciate that because that really does help us. Any shares, any likes, any comments, always good. And we appreciate that. But one other thing coming up on the show tonight is the nerd news. You got a little teaser for us, Clay?
Oh, you know I do. Tonight in the Nerd News, we're going to be talking Ghostbusters Afterlife, and we're going to catch up with Kevin Smith. We're also going to find out what, in the name of L. Ron Hubbard, Tom Cruise is doing in space right now. And could it possibly have any connection to the forthcoming plan to mine the moon? That and more coming up in the Nerd News, fellas.
Very nice. And a big announcement from Clay about the Nerd News Hour that we'll get to a little bit later on.
That's right. Yep. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Looking forward to it.
Coming up tonight, we'll reach into the juicy mailbag. We're going to do that in a few minutes. Some news at 9. Knockers has a little something for us a little bit later on. I think I covered all the bases. I think I got it.
I believe you did.
Very cool.
That's great. Oh, yeah, and the Wish game. Thank you, Emily. Yes.
Nice.
I'm not used to her sitting right next to me. Yeah, so we're going to play a game, and I know this probably happens to a lot of people, and I've seen people post about it too, is, Wish will pop on the Facebook feed quite a bit with some things that I can't understand why in a million years they think that I want any of it. And by the way, the things that you see tonight that we're basically going to be guessing the price.
Right.
That was annoying. So anyways, we're going to be basically guessing the price on each thing. And just so you know ahead of time, when you see these things, these are things that Wish thinks that I would like to buy. So
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Knox, are you setting up a blanket fort on the couch?
Yeah,
I just moved down to the floor, dude.
Getting lower, dude.
Sleeping on the floor, dude.
It was better for the back. My back was bugging me.
Floor is so much better.
It is.
Your neck and your back, you poor thing.
My other two things that I can't say on this stream. Nice
catch.
Nobody
David
caught
Scott,
that?
David Scott said
nobody cared.
40 for the prostate.
Yeah, this is Dave Flake.
Oh, wrong one. I had a Dave the Scott somewhere.
Dave
Nope, they're all Dave the Flake.
Stop saying his name. You're going to summon him.
One more time. He's kicked. He's
Like
kicked, my
Candyman.
friend. He's a goner.
Mm.
No,
That's so scary. Hope our buddy Matt Tobin is enjoying all the attention he's getting from Dave there.
There he is.
Oh, I'm sure he's getting tons of it.
Yep.
So, Mikey, it was 20 years ago when you got your prostate checked. If it's 40,
Yeah, around that time.
good for you.
Well, fun.
And it's not as bad as you think. It's just bad at the beginning.
No.
Once things are happening, it's okay. It's the beginning and the ending that I don't like very much.
Really?
Middle's okay.
You don't
Middle's
like
a lot
that
of pressure.
You don't like that sensation?
Nah, I don't even like pooping that much.
Wow.
I had to get checked. I had to get checked for a fissure once.
Oh my!
What is
God.
that? What is a
Do we
fissure?
even want to know?
That's a well, you're bleeding from an area that you check for your prostate.
Okay.
Boy, I gotta say, it is a great, great time
To be
to
alone.
transition to this.
You got some mail. I got mail. Yay! I got mail.
Yay!
Yay.
Is there no mailbag bed on this one?
You might have picked the wrong one,
With
dude.
it, would you? Jesus, what are you doing, Creed?
You lost. You
Sorry
bet and
about
you
that.
lost. You gambled and you lose.
Anyways, if you want to get in on the mailbag, you can always contact us through our social media channels or CB Show email at gmail.com. And we do check that quite a bit. So feel free to
Yes, absolutely.
jump on there. Yo,
Yo.
after hearing last week's show, I learned two things. One, that you guys are fat asses. Thank you.
Yes. Confirmed.
Nice of you. And two, you are completely insane.
Also confirmed. Yes.
So I have to ask, whose pizza tastes better to you? More pizza talk.
Oh man.
Love it.
He's the top.
Domino's, Papa John's, or Pizza Hut? And what is an appropriate pizza driver tip? Rock on. That's from Jimmy via the Gram.
Good questions. Very serious questions.
I got to say, I'll chime in first and say that Pizza Hut can be fantastic, by the way.
Right. Yeah, it can be.
when it is done properly, I'd say that Pizza Hut would be my number one. When it's done perfect, which is not very often, to me anyways. But that's mine. And as far as a tip, they don't need nothing. Go ahead, Bish. Just kidding, by the way. I let Emily do the tipping because she tips ridiculously.
You go $2 if they go above and beyond, then you give them more.
$2.
Well, listen, they already have the tipping thing, the delivery fee in there.
Oh, they don't get that though.
They don't get that. Yeah.
I worked in pizza. They take that from you. It sucks.
Well, hey, listen. Learn to type is all I'm saying.
That's
You're
right.
looking for me to help with the bills. No, $2. I don't know. Are they cutting the pizza? If they come inside the house and they take the pizza out,
Serve
they
the first
put it,
slice.
serve
They
the
cut
first
it for you,
slice.
yes.
Yeah, then I'll give you $5. You're walking 6 feet, if that. Now the lazy bastards just want to leave it on the floor and ring the doorbell and run away. You don't deserve anything for that. So
yeah, see, I was confused last time I had pizza delivered. They come up to my house and I'm like, what are they doing? I look outside and they've got a bag their pizza bag is sitting on my porch with the pizzas on top of it. So now they want me to open the door, come out there, pick them up, and then they'll come back and get their bag. And they're
That's
standing like in the
weird.
middle of my yard like it's a pipe bomb.
we're sending in the robot.
And by the way, really quick, so Big Clay apparently just gets food delivered to his house that he doesn't even order.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that true?
Multiple orders, and I'm not talking delivery. I'm like, this is a grocery store order someone had made, and twice this week we've got, I'd say yesterday's order was probably a good $50 worth of food, and then the order before that was probably $50 or $60. Yesterday was very thematic. All Mexican food came in the container from Publix. We enjoyed
Cinco de Mayo.
Did you keep the food?
Of course we did. Of course
Did you at least make a call about it though?
No, we did not. I did not.
Whose dog needs to be shot?
The law is coming for somebody.
Coming from me, I took the free tacos. No, it's, there is a dirt road, as you guys know, that have come by my place that goes behind my house. I think what is happening is a lot of these places, delivery services are brand new, like the Publix and Kroger out here, and they're taking the GPS to somebody who's made an order on the dirt road behind me, and the GPS is just dropping it right here at my yard, essentially. Because it's not like a listed highway or road that goes behind me. It's like a dirt road that isn't really a road at all.
And
So
it's
all
weird,
those
though.
Dropped in my door.
Why hasn't anybody coming back and said, hey, dude, that's not your food. We left it here by accident. Because you know somebody's calling in and bitching.
I'll tell you why. Right now, anything that I touch,
Bodies are stacked up.
right, because of the situation worldwide right now and people's fear, they're not letting the delivery drivers go back and reclaim anything that's already been dropped off at someone's house.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're reaping
Clay,
the benefits.
I am.
Nice
everybody
play.
else,
Nice
thank you.
play.
jump on with your favorite pizza, by the way.
I have one question. Hold on. I have one question about the this food delivery that Clay is stealing from.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you hear the knock at the door, do you go show up at the door, or do you just wait for them to leave so they can't say, "Oh, I saw this guy and he took it"?
He's in the bushes.
I wait. I never answer my door unless I know you're coming.
Hold on.
I know you're coming. Then I let
The
you
typical.
knock.
That's the same as the phone rule.
Yeah. If I don't know who's knocking, I will let you knock, leave your package or whatever, and then go be on your way.
Do you do it like we used to when I would go pick you up? You would slowly open up the door with the chain still on and a chrome-plated 38 behind the door.
Well, you know I gotta protect grandma, so
I understand.
I keep the toolie on me, bro.
Mikey, number one.
Right now it's got to be Domino's. Domino's used to be my least favorite. Now it has really worked its way up. It's really come back. It's doing good work and should be proud of themselves. Absolutely.
Okay, and let's ask Knox. All right, next.
Hold on.
Bish. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
never got a chance. I never got a
Neither
chance.
did I.
Plenty of
We got
chance.
skipped,
So
Bish.
go
We got
ahead.
skipped.
Oh my God, Papa John's. Because listen, hold on.
That's what Emily said.
Hold on. Okay. Papa John's, because if Pizza Hut is done correctly, it's great.
Yeah.
But how many times is it done correctly?
Hey guys, I'll be right back. All right.
Okay.
No problem, buddy.
Bye.
Oh, thanks for the heads up. See ya.
I gotta go. I have to go take care of someone. It's
We know how
okay.
to do.
You're fine.
Go ahead, baby.
I'll fill you in a minute.
Please
Okay.
do.
Do what you got to do, big boy.
Godspeed.
Question about Knox. The dog
Should
is
I
barking.
kick him?
No, just keep on.
Okay.
He says, he pulls his headphones off. He goes, "I'll be right back."
After
He
coming back.
leaves and comes back, puts his headphones on, sits down, and says, "I'll be right back." And then, okay, anyways,
Typical.
Pizza Hut. If they
Pizza
do it
Hut
great,
shorts?
they do it correctly, it's great. Right? How many times they do it? That's great. Papa John's, that's the guy. He's singling. He's getting on base every time. He's not hitting home runs.
Right.
He's getting on base though, man.
Very
you got
consistent. Yep.
you got the pepperoni. Little Caesars used to be good back in the day too.
Yeah.
Pepperoncinis. It's the single. You just get on maybe a double every once in a while. You're happy about it, but that's it.
For
Papa
sure.
John.
Papa John's, I would say I'm sort of torn. I think that you're right about Papa John's consistency, but there's like a shining gold star at number one for Papa John's for me, and then everything else is sort of like falls in behind it. Like you can get when I order Papa John's, I tend to get like a large cheese pizza with extra pepperoncinis and just squirt the juice all over, and to me that's very good.
Yeah.
But if it's not going to be that, then Papa John's falls way down on the list for me. So then we go.
I will say Papa John's
Pizza Hut after that.
Papa John's does have the best sauce. Period.
For sure.
Their sauce is head and shoulders above any other sauce.
Magnifique. Real quick, I saw Joshua Alexander said that his friend told the guy, "Be like a ninja when you deliver the pizza," and he, so that guy went above and beyond.
Yeah,
he just didn't show up and
wrong.
I am correct. So if they're doing something extra like that, then you hook them up. But if you're just showing up, I mean, $2, $2 to be
good
happy.
point. I just don't get it with the Papa John's. I not that I don't.
That's
not
about
that I don't
25%,
like it.
by the way. Just 25% ish, 30% maybe, depending on the
Just
day.
don't get it. I don't know. All right, mailbag continues now. Hey boys. Heard the Jennifer Aniston debate last week. She is a full-blown smoke show. Hotter the older she gets. She's my go-to MILF fantasy. That from Harold in Wilmington.
Thank you, Harold. I agree. She has aged like fine wine as well. So for sure.
CB radio
I'll be right
show.
back.
Okay.
Why is you have to leave first.
I have to leave. Oh, right. Yeah,
then you come back and you say, "I'll be right back." Dealing with something, dude.
Jennifer Aniston or Courtney Cox in their prime.
Aniston.
That's it. What did I say?
Jennifer Aniston.
Aniston.
I have a horrible headache. I need an Aniston.
Yeah, Holly reminded me. I think that there's and I haven't seen the picture yet, but Adele apparently popped on the gram or whatever, and she's like half the size now.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and she dumped her chubby husband too, by the way.
Oh
She got
yeah,
skinny and dumped him. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
what a
improving.
bitch.
How dare she?
How
dare she? CB radio show. Why is the government so obsessed with covering up UFO sightings? A lot of people don't believe, but I'm one of the people who does. Why do they cover it all up? Goes on to say, you know what? I'm sick of people being critical about this. You really think that Earth is the only planet that supports life? There are trillions and trillions of galaxies out there and trillions of planets. And you're saying that not one could be like Earth. In fact, you're already proven wrong. There are signs of past life on Mars, polar ice caps, and in around 2020, astronauts are going there to colonize it. So before you're critical, just think. That from Grace via Facebook.
Wow.
That makes a point. I mean, there's a lot of,
very good point.
They're finding different galaxies all the time. You can only see so much, right?
Right.
So I don't know. And actually, the educated redneck Dan Ellison sent over there is a thing on Netflix that I added to my thing, so when I get a chance to watch a documentary, and part of it is about some pyramids that they found on Mars. So I find that quite interesting too.
Well, yeah, you have also the face on Mars as well.
Yeah, that's I've seen that.
Miss Face for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's some pyramids too, right? Something like pyramids.
Right.
Yeah, and I think they cover that in the documentary that he sent me over. But anyways, Grace, I don't know. But
control. It's all about control.
But are they really denying it now, being that they said, yeah, these are UFOs and yeah, they're real?
But are they really coming out and saying that there is, you know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah,
kind of
last
not.
week, we talked about a similar story where the Pentagon had to release a statement on those 3 videos we were talking about, saying that yes, there are unidentified flying objects in these videos, and the video is real. I think that's probably as close as we've come to admittance.
Was that her behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little different.
But yeah, does I don't think anyone's gonna come out and say, "Hey, sit down. I got some stuff to tell you about UFOs are real." Like, how many ways can they tell you? How many ways can they tell you? And by the way, listen, I think Adele looks great, but I liked her. I liked her a little heavier. I'm gonna say it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the old Adele. Has her voice changed any? That's my question. Does your voice change when you lose that much weight?
The fatter I get, the more my voice gets kind of like slow, like my last.
You sound and look husky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can tell a fat person over the phone.
Definitely.
Question.
Oh yeah. If you ever question if you need to lose weight, just like walk around and film yourself just walking around, and then go back and listen back, and it's like,
you mean when you're scratching lottery tickets and that's all you hear is?
Oh, is that all you heard?
No, not really. I'm just kidding. Question for you tonight: is texting considered dating? Oh, did you see that with the camera? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Texting considered it. Are you talking about like a long-term relationship? Where
you mean a long distance?
Yeah, long distance.
Craig from Indonesia goes on to say,
I've been with this bitch so long I can't see her. Damn.
Like if you text, if you text each other a lot, but you have yet to go on a date, is it considered dating?
No, it's talking.
I think you're being catfished, sir. I'm going to go ahead and put this on Front Street. It sounds like you're being catfished currently, so beware.
Our Indonesian friends are all being catfished. I'm sorry to inform you.
Very large catfish.
Wow. Right. See, here's the thing. Nowadays, though, my one son, he talks to a lot of girls via the text, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to this girl." I'm like, "Okay," but that's like their thing about, like, it's almost like dating. Like, yeah, she got off with another guy. She dumped me. I said, "Dumped you? You never went anywhere with her, and you never even had her over at the house or anything. How could you have a relationship?"
Very cerebral, Mikey. Very cerebral relationship.
I guess so. It's not like back in my
So
day.
he takes the stance as basically they're dating at that point.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, we're talking." So then it becomes like an exclusivity thing. Like she can only talk to him. He can only talk to her. But of course, one of them's going to have a wondering text message. And it's over with.
Josh is right there. Texting is a millennial dating service. You hit that nail on the head, buddy.
Yeah,
for sure.
It must be.
All right. So Craig, you're most likely getting catfished is our, and you're not dating.
What about Messenger? What if you're just messaging? So
AOL
once you get the
Messenger?
phone number, is that
AOL
what
Messenger? If you're still talking on AOL Messenger, you are married.
What about MSN?
MSN.
AIM chat.
Yahoo Messenger.
AIM chat.
AIM
And
chat.
Yahoo had the chat too.
I think you can have a relationship that's long distance, but it needs to include like phone calls, text, video calls, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
To be anywhere close to achieving what you want out of a real relationship. You can't do it with just sex. You're just
Mikey, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Does your son send nudes and receive nudes via text?
Do you check his phone?
No, I don't anymore. Because
What kind of father are you?
He's almost 20 years old now.
Yeah. Hey,
still living under your roof though.
Yeah, this is true. He did tell me he was on Tinder not too long ago. And
Really?
he's like,
Did you try and find him?
57 girls are trying to talk to me on Tinder.
Did he accidentally say Tinder and meant Grinder? Did you ever
Maybe
check?
I misunderstood. Who knows?
Well,
Anyway,
listen,
so-
did you
so you
introduce
don't
him
know?
with plenty of fish?
No, not yet. Not yet.
You
I
ever
don't want
walked
to see
in
my
on him?
profile on there. Walked in on what? On Tinder?
No, on
sure,
your son.
lots of times. Doing something inappropriate?
With
No,
a
never.
lady.
See,
No?
Mikey's
Oh,
doing it.
with a lady. Let me
With a
break this down
lady.
for you. Hold on. Let me break this down for you. My sons have only had girlfriends when they were in high school. The one had a girlfriend when he was in like 8th grade. Hasn't had one since. The other one dated anybody that would talk to him and he probably had like 3 or 4 come to the house. He's never gone anywhere beyond sitting on the living room couch with any girl. Now he has gone to their house, and whatever happened there, I don't know. But ain't no shenanigans happening under this mayhem roof.
Did you keep a very close eye, like a helicopter parent, when he had her over? Or?
Oh, I sat next to him.
I can totally see it too.
Wow, that's my damn living room. What are you talking about?
So, do you watch wrestling?
I'm not going anywhere.
You watch wrestling, do you?
And I say, do you watch wrestling? And she says no. And I say, well, you do now. Put it on.
Turn it on. Do you? I feel like you're going in the right direction with that non-interventionalism with your children's relationships, because if you try to interfere too much, you could end up pushing your young sons like full eyes wide shut.
Good point.
You don't want to go that far with them. You want to kind of.
What do you mean push them full eyes wide shut?
I mean, he might like it. Okay, so if Mikey shows up to like the girl's house that his son's talking to and like is overbearing about it, like, hey, you can't date my son, you could push him into like going further into like more extreme sexual gratification zones, if you understand what I'm saying. Like,
Gotcha.
Like next week it's the couch, the week after that it's a full-on masquerade ball orgy. Like it's
Mikey just made it sound like he'd be rooting his kids on.
You just jumping the gun, bud.
Right, straight ahead.
I think Mikey's going to be more of a he's going to be an enabler for his son to get a piece of action.
I think so too. I think that's what Mikey would be. Yep.
Mikey has 1 grandchild and he wants it to stay that way. That's it. No more. No more.
Uh-oh.
What a bunch of losers! My last girlfriend said she went over to Mikey's house to date not 1 but 2 of his sons, and they sat down and they watched Heat Wave 98.
Heat Wave 98. Is that a movie?
That's ECW, baby.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a movie like you think. You know why? Because they're a bunch of nerds. Nerds.
Oh my god!
Wow.
My other girlfriend said, "Hey, I went over there with Mikey's son, and he said, you ever play Saints Row?"
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. One last quick thing on the mailbag. Dear Creedence and Bishop, have you guys ever been bullied?
Yeah, just now.
I've been bullied bad.
Yeah. Sometime we need to revisit that and tell the K-Swiss story sometime. I would love to revisit that at some point. No?
We could do that. No. We could do that whenever you want.
So just curious. Just curious. Yes, I was bullied for a couple of years, and it was horrible. I was a late bloomer, and I didn't develop boobs until much later. So
late bloomer pudding.
I thought it was Creed's story for a second.
I was like,
I'm such a pro at reading these messages, baby.
Creed didn't get his boobs until he was like 20.
But when they popped,
then
I'm telling you.
All the boys.
Now look at him, baby.
So I was an easy target, and not me. Karen from Georgia was an easy target. And going to an all-girls school made it even worse, as the girls were a lot bitchier, and they didn't have any boys to distract themselves with. I got called pancake a lot. And it was annoying.
Boobs, dude.
They also called me Aunt Jemima, bee stings, chairwoman of IBTC, bored with warts, whisper tits. Whisper tits. That's my favorite. That's
Whisper tits.
Whisper tits. I'm sorry.
Have a cat
That's a
named
good
Whisper
one.
Tits.
Ironing board, carpenter's dream, tortilla tits.
This isn't funny.
Karen, are you a comedian, honey? That's good. Okay, tortilla tits. Flatty McGee, tall Smitties.
Flatty McGee.
That's tall Smitties.
Tall
Tall what?
Smitties.
Oh boy.
Smitties.
Your bullies just sitting around all day with like a pen and a piece of paper trying to come up with derogatory terms, focusing on this young lady.
We hate this girl.
You want to go
We
out?
really gotta
Sorry.
brainstorm.
Write this stuff down.
Let's brainstorm.
Man cakes. Knick-knack rack. Knick-knack rack. I'm sorry, Karen, that you were bullied, but those are fantastic.
Those are good.
And Karen does go on to say, but I'm not bitter. That's
that
from
kind of
Karen.
adversity makes you strong, Karen.
That's from Karen in Georgia. Thank you for that, by the way. Karen, I'm sorry that you were bullied, but those were some creative bullies. Let's be honest.
They were.
Let's be honest.
I'm glad she didn't
They're
string
right for-
herself up.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Knox, real quick before we move on to the next, why did you have to vacate?
I had a person who needed something, their passport. Actually, I had to go and get a passport off of a copier that was in a locked building.
Oh wow, boy,
kind of a big deal. But I had
Hold on. Who's leaving at this time of night?
They're leaving in a couple days. I don't know. They need it right now. But this individual was afraid that he was waking me up. See, he was knocking on the door super light, so I couldn't hear because I had my headphones on, and that's why the dog was barking.
Okay.
So I sat here for a minute.
Got it.
And I see that we got
Soft Knox. Hey man, sorry, I didn't know if you were awake or not.
Come
on,
Soft Knox.
It's like crackhead. Cracked it.
Hey, do you guys mind transitioning into the whisper game so we can get that through since we got it all set up?
Sure.
The whisper game?
Whisper game?
Wish game, I mean. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Smitty.
I'm your
Still thinking
Huckleberry.
about tortilla tits,
Oh, hello, pancake.
bee stings, board with warts.
That's like a board with two warts then?
I guess, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
The whisper
I
tits,
had-
that's where it came from.
I
Whisper
had
tits.
warts on my wrists when I was a kid, and the bully, the same guy that was behind the K-Swiss sauce throwing,
Incident.
he used to call my house, and my mom would answer the phone, and
Are
he
you
would
laughing at him stuttering?
I would
when
get
he
on the
starts telling
phone.
This? Is that what you're?
I would get on the phone, and he'd say,
"You're a bully."
He'd be like, "Yeah, I saw those warts on your wrist." In class.
Warts.
You got those. I've seen your warts on your wrist during class. He said this to me over the phone.
That's the same dude that did the K-Swiss thing that nobody
Yeah.
probably remembers.
Yeah.
No, I remember it. Every
Oh, no,
time I see
do.
white,
I mean, I'm
every time
talking
I
about
see white
listeners.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So,
I
hold on.
always.
So this
I
guy
can
would
tell
call.
a real quick story on that. But
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
This guy would call, and your mom would pick up, and she'd be
Right.
like, "Hold
He'd be
on,
like-
Knox, it's someone from school," and you
Right.
go over,
One of your
and you
little
would
friends
know.
is on the phone.
You would know.
Yeah, because he wouldn't give his name. He'd just say, "Hi, is he there?" And then I would go and get it. There was no screening.
Right.
She wasn't
No,
screening for the
I
bully.
understand.
This is
And
the
you
same
take
guy
it-
this same guy, let me just tell you, this same guy called my parents and pretended to be the principal and said I had skipped school for 2 weeks. And I got
Wow. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I got grounded, and my parents had to go meet with the principal to find out that it was fake.
Wow.
Why did this guy hate you so much?
He said he didn't, but
Well,
I didn't believe
he
him.
loved you.
Like, he friend requested me years later on Facebook, and I went off on
Trying to
him.
make amends.
I'm like, why would I for a second let you into my life? I'm serious. Why would I do this? And he wrote me back and was real apologetic and carrying on. He's like, "Oh, you always took it in stride." Took it in stride? Are you kidding? You see how much anxiety I have? Are you shitting? Sorry. Are you shooting me? It's
So, oh my God, how many times did he call and just talk to you about your warts on your arm? That is
at least
funny.
at least 5.
That's some real targeted harassment.
Oh my
At least
God, that
5.
is beautiful.
And for the listeners,
You gotta admire his handiwork, though. I mean, come on, this guy's dedicated
This boy
to
was
his
an artist.
craft.
Yeah.
No,
And he
he's
had-
so
he
happy
had-
that someone's on the phone for him, and
he had poor he had poor English.
Hello?
His grammar was terrible. See, he'd be like, I saw you in class. You got warts on your wrists. That's what he said.
Maybe he thought it was a health
Knox
issue.
pees his pants.
Rest of the
Knox
class.
will start peeing just a little bit. Where every time the phone rings, he'll pee just a little bit in his pants.
It's a Pavlovian
I'm telling you,
response
dude, it
to
gave me
telephone
anxiety
call.
the rest of my life.
I bet
Not
it's
good. The same for all
that's
listeners out there. The same guy, he and his friends would ride around in a Beretta during open lunch, and they would drive by when I was walking back from open lunch from downtown, and they would throw McDonald's barbecue sauce at my white K-Swiss sneakers, going like 25 miles an hour, going by. So they would land it like next to my shoes, and the inertia would just throw the barbecue sauce all over my shoes because they were white. I also wore khakis and a sweater vest. And
you deserve it.
He didn't like that either.
Yeah.
No, but it got to the point where my friends wouldn't even walk with me because that was a target, and they didn't want to get hit by the barbecue sauce either. Like, how horrible is that?
What an absolute legend of a bully you had.
Oh, that is
He
great.
would be. They would be sitting. I would go to this pizza place, and they would sit over in this one parking lot where we all had to walk by, and they'd wait for me. And like when I'd be getting my pizzas, somebody would walk over and go, "Hey, they're out there waiting for you again. You better get a head start."
Your friends probably had something to
slip
do
out
with
the
that.
back.
Yes.
No,
They're just waiting for him.
They actually trapped me in a gas station once, and I did ask if they had a back door. The people that were in the gas station, they wouldn't let me use it.
Oh boy, you got to go out the front and earn your licks.
And like these kids that were in the car waiting for me, trust me, they didn't care if they were late from lunch, but I cared if I was late from lunch. I didn't want to get yelled at in class. So,
Wow.
it was a Beretta with this one individual and three lesbians.
Wow.
Oh no.
Big ones.
So you got bullied by lesbians?
Big scary lesbians. They all liked to he ended up being a closeted homosexual, and he told me in the email that was why he was so like messed up and mean.
Oh, he liked you.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
I'd bet you that's what it
now
was.
It's a more endearing story. This guy was he was punishing you while punishing himself.
Basically, he told me that in his email. Good for him.
Yeah, that's good.
He really came through. Look how he made a turnaround. Look how you helped him.
I don't think he agrees, Mikey.
He also used to wait when I worked at Grand Union. He would wait out in the parking lot when he had a driver's license, and he had this tinted out like big Buick with tinted windows, and he had a septum ring, a
Tinted
big
windows,
septum ring. And he'd sit there and he would pull up and he would talk to me while I was pushing carts in.
I'd
be like, hey.
How long ago
He loved
did
you,
try to
man.
friend request you is my question. How long was the attempted friend request?
Maybe I have it. Let me go look.
So
No,
you're telling me we're still
I mean,
in
a couple
the
years
open
ago,
window where Mikey could book this person as an interview? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I would love to get him on.
Love that.
Now with
Knox is bully.
Yeah.
Now with this
The final
new information
confrontation.
you've just dropped on us, did the calls go a little more like this? Knox, it's someone on the phone for you. So it's from school. Hey, stud. I saw those warts on your kissable wrist. Bye. Is that what it was like?
No, it was more like he would call me. I'm trying to watch my language because we can't do
We know you're fired up.
He would call me. He would call me
Angel of the
slang.
morning.
He'd call me a
baby.
slang word for a homomosexual, and then he would talk to me about my warts on my wrist that he knew that I was very self-conscious about. He'd be like, he'd be like, I saw you try and cover them up with your sleeves, but I know they're there.
Do you think that maybe the warts are like maybe he has a fetish for warts? Maybe.
No, I think he was just. I mean, he did come out of a messed up family, but
Yeah, I think he liked you. I really do.
Yeah, he definitely liked
Not kidding you.
To be fair, he always took it in stride.
Good way to play that off.
Trust me, it was far worse than he assumed.
Traumatized.
Well, that's the K-Swiss
And
story.
now I'm buttoning my cuffs for no reason to cover up my warts that aren't even there anymore. Which, by the
Poor
way, those
thing.
warts that I had, I cut them off with a razor, with a box cutter. I totally
Way
did.
to finally man up there. Good
Sliced
job.
them right the hell off.
That was during his goth persona.
Yes.
Do you see what you did to me?
I know a guy that used to clip his off with toenail clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hardcore, right?
No,
That's rough.
no.
I've done that with a skin tag before.
Yeah, they say because I have one like right here on my
Skin
eye.
tag?
Yeah, and it comes and goes a lot. It's very small.
You can put some oils on that.
Some essential oils.
You good to go.
Essential oils. I'll
Yeah.
find a pyramid scheme of somebody with their essential oils and
doTERRA.
Order them right up.
There you go.
All right, it is time. It's Wish, not Whisper, as I said previously. So let's do this. Let me see if I can bring in the screen properly. All right. So basically, and again, so you understand, this is from Wish. These are things that were presented to me that they paid to advertise to me because they think that I want this. They think that I want these items. And I know you've seen some crazy things as well, I'm sure. But so what we're going to do,
Some
I
of
think
them are very dirty, by the way.
Yes.
Some of them are like very dirty. I'm like,
yep.
whoa.
I still don't know where they come from. But anyways, I think there's 5 of them. Is there 5? Maybe 6. Anyways, you're gonna guess. You guys are gonna guess. How do we want to do this? Best closest to it without going over, or what do you think?
That's gonna be tough.
I think that worked last time.
Yeah, that worked last time.
Yeah.
It's the
It worked.
Price is Right rules always work.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can do that. Try to find you some nice game show royalty-free music, but it's garbage.
Stuff out there.
It happens.
Yeah, nobody's producing anything good for free, I guess. Anyways, all right. Shall we show the first one, and we'll start there?
Okay.
That's a logo.
It is
Very
a logo.
nice.
Very nice.
All right, here's our first one, ladies and gentlemen, from
What is
Wish that they think that I wanted was basically a piece of human poop, I guess.
Fake poop to put on the side, a little gag gift.
Fake poop for the April Fool's Day prank on Wish. How are we going to do? You want to just go right down through? We go Bishop, Knox, Clay, Mike.
Yeah, just hit it.
Right down the line, and Bish, if you want to get in your
I'm going to
guess
say
without going over. Keep in mind.
yes. That on Wish. Wish is all about being cheap, so I'm going to say that April Fool's prank would be $3.
$3. B Shop is his guess. Knox, what do you think?
75 cents.
75 cents for the knockers. Big Clay, what is your guess on this great piece of poop?
I'm gonna go ahead and say $2 will get you that delivered to your house in 7 months.
$2 says the Big Clay. And Mikey, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with 99 cents.
99 cents for Mikey. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of you got it spot on.
Ooh.
And
$2.
now let's see. Let's go ahead and reveal it.
Oh, $2.
Oh, you already did?
That's
there
right.
it is.
Wow.
That's right.
$2. So congratulations. Big Clay, one
On the board.
Golly, this guy's unbeatable in these games.
One for Clay. Yeah, you got to watch him. All right. On to the next. What do we got here? Let's see. Diapers, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, it is based on how many are stacked up right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 adult diapers, which I believe are disposable type.
Unisex?
I believe they could be. I mean, if you look at the print on them, there seems to be a dinosaur and maybe a whale of some sort.
I don't believe the young lady modeling this diaper could be anywhere over like 21, 22 years old.
She's twerking.
Yeah.
She does appear to be twerking in diapers. You are absolutely correct. You can use these diapers for a lot of different things, by the way, not just for twerking, just so you know.
Okay.
But
These could
all
be
right.
for the incontinent fashionista in your family. I mean,
So again, remember, this is based on an 8-pack of these great-looking diapers. Bishop, what is your guess?
I have a quick question for Mikey. Mikey, for your children, did you ever have to duct tape diapers onto them at night?
Duct tape?
I actually did, yes.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter's going through that, and she will rip the whole diaper off, but all will be left is the ring of duct tape around her waist.
God.
That'll be a call. That'll be a phone call.
Yeah. Let's see. $8. I mean, not $8. Excuse me, $8. Yeah, I'll go $8. $8.
Going $8 for an 8-pack of those diapers. And Knox, what do you think?
I'm gonna go ahead and half that at $4.
$4 for an 8-pack. All right,
Yep.
50 cents a piece, I do believe. Big Clay, what do you think?
Let's see. For the 8-pack, for the fashionable young lady that's got the club at 10 and Crohn's disease all day, I'd say $3 will get you the whole pack.
$3 for an 8-pack of adult diapers. And Mikey, what do you think? You're shaking your head. What do you think? You went a little too low?
$6, buddy. $6. I got it. It's right there.
$6.
$6.
Oh, what did you say, Clay? What was your price?
3? I think I said $3.
He said 3.
He said 3.
All right. Well, we have a winner. Believe it or not, I don't think that any of you are even close. Go ahead and reveal the actual price.
$33 for 8.
So congratulations, B-Shop. You are on the board and tied with Clay for 1.
Let me tell you, boys.
How was that? How was that 60% off?
A regular adult
60
diaper's
to 80%
$100.
off.
Wait, how much
Adult
is
diapers
adult
are not.
diapers?
Adult diapers are not cheap, apparently.
Yeah, and also you're paying for the logos and the graphics. And listen, boys,
Branding.
prime filth like that is not cheap. Let me tell you.
Right. You might be right. Maybe they're pre-worn by the model for $33. Kind of a
that's always possible. You never know.
Never know. Yeah.
Yes.
Good point. All right, onward to our next wish item that we are guessing without going over this. I had to do a little squiggly, but I think with enough around there, you can figure out what's happening there.
Sure.
I can't. Is that a bulge?
That is
Yes.
a bulge. Yes, that is too.
I don't have my glasses on.
Amp up your bulge just a little bit.
I thought it was one of those things that you put in your bra.
Well,
It is, but
idea.
for men.
It's
Kind
a
of
man.
along the same lines.
Fakies,
Yes,
falsies, whatever they're called.
Chicken cutlets, dude.
but for
Chicken-
men.
I've squeezed a falsie or two in my day.
Like a roll of socks. What do you do to prop yourself up there?
No, I've squeezed a falsie. Like I went ahead and checked under the bra when I was a kid, and
I see.
I found it.
When you were a child?
No, I mean, teenager.
Okay. Wow.
Forget it.
He was with old little tits from earlier.
I have a question. Is this for 1 cod piece or 2 cod pieces?
It is. I believe we'll go with 1 because I know the answer. So
I do have a question.
That it's just 1. Yes.
Are the black ones more expensive?
I did
Or
not.
are they all the same price?
I didn't get that far, so we'll go with the one that is pictured.
Okay.
All right, only the flesh-colored one. All right.
Okay.
And it seems that they're all the same size, in case you were wondering about that as well.
Okay.
And by the way,
Style.
anybody that is in chat and viewing right now, feel free to get your guesses in as well and play along. Bishop, what do you think for this handy dandy piece here? It's a safety something, by the way. Did you notice that's called?
Is it a 1-piece Creed or a 2-piece? What are we doing here?
It is a 1-piece. We just covered that. Thank you for joining us.
I'm going to say a 1-piece. The one that because it looks like it's style 2. Style 1 is just flat. Style 2 has a bit more of a curvature, if you will, to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little more pizzazz.
Yes. I'm going to say that would be $15.
All right, $15 for B Shop. And Knox, what do you think? $12 make you holla for Knox. Big Clay?
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say that is, what did you say, Bishop? 14?
Bishop said 15, Knox said 12.
So you both took things that I wanted to say, you bastards. I'll go ahead and say that is a $17 cod piece right there.
$17 cod piece for Big Clay. And Mikey, what do you think?
Hold on.
He's Googling, calculating.
I'm gonna go with my gut instinct, which says $1.
$1.
Okay.
$1. He's going to play it that way. Price is Right rules. Got it. All right. Guesses are in. Let's go ahead and reveal it.
Oh, wow.
$2. So that would mean that y'all went over.
Way over. Mikey won that one.
Way to play that one, Mikey.
These prices are weird, right? You get like,
They're all over the place.
I was basing it off of that guys will definitely spend more money for something like that. Speaking of cod pieces, I saw that Labyrinth 2 might happen. And who will they get to play David Bowie and his amazing cod piece in that movie?
It's a good question. Do you think they'll just CGI in the Demon King or the Goblin King like they did Princess Leia in the last Star Wars movie?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I think they might.
Interesting.
All right, so far, Big Clay with 1, Bishop with 1, and Mikey with 1. Knox, it's your turn to get on the board and make it a 4-way tie. Up next, let's go to the next one. Let's see what we got for new. Oh, yes, this is a funny chicken helmet. And for some reason, Wish thinks that I would be a purchaser of this funny chicken helmet.
Let's be honest, you would buy that.
I never wanted chickens until now. And now,
and now is the time.
Now is the time.
All in helmets.
Hey,
helmet for your chicken, not a helmet that looks like a chicken. Understood.
Yeah, helmet for your chicken.
Bishop, how much do you think that helmet for your chicken will cost you on that great app called Wish?
Well, does it have the safety levels of an NFL style helmet? I can't have my chicken having concussions. I'm gonna go with a chicken helmet.
A chicken helmet. What does a chicken helmet go for?
Oh my god, it's just beautiful. I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm gonna go with a chicken helmet is $5. $5.
Nice.
$5 for the B shop. And Knox, what do you think?
$2.
$2. Big Clay.
I'm gonna say that is a $6 chicken helmet.
A $6 chicken helmet for Clay and Mikey.
Can you really put a price on safety? I mean, come on. This
True.
chicken has obviously just started out in the roller derby league, and needs to protect itself. So I'm gonna have to go with $6.01.
Oh, 601. Look at this guy. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see who is our winner. It is $3. That would mean that Knox got on the board because he said 2, right? Yeah, 2.
Correct.
Yeah, everybody else went over. So congratulations. Now we have a 4-way tie. Do we have one more, I hope? This one, so whoever gets this is going to win, right?
Yeah, this is
it
it.
the
For
last
all the
one?
marbles. Everybody's in.
Get ready.
How come someone hasn't started a football league with chickens? I mean,
I think that might be illegal because they might start fighting or something.
Yes.
You can turn the camera away.
Electrify the floor, make them jump and run.
Just turn the camera away when they start fighting.
With every field goal, the chickens kick, Barbasol will give $500 to a local charity.
Imagine selling sponsorship to that.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
All right. So again, we are now at a 4-way tie. We reset, and whoever wins this next one is going to be champion of the first ever Wish, whatever it was called. Never named it. Let's go.
Wish
See what
game.
we got. The Wish game? Yeah, that'll work. All right. How much does this 4-piece set of adjustable pet hands, how much will that cost you?
What do those do?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what they do, to be honest with you. But yes, Bishop, what you are seeing is, it screws right on like that, and that's how it stays on them. It's quite weird. It's a
Boys, I'm not sure, but I think that cat might be into some light bondage.
it's entirely possible, and it is definitely giving you the FUIs.
Help me get these things off my hands.
Hey, Clay.
Yeah, what's up?
What you want to do? I say we bring out Mr. Gimp.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna say for that odd thing, how hilarious would that be? The sound it would make would be very funny.
Like cat dancing.
Yeah. So you get 4 sets.
Why does it look like cheese whiz lids? Like you should be able to have a cheese whiz.
And also, why does it look like it was clearly photoshopped that a cat would never wear that? And it's
Never.
That's a good point.
How's it gonna fit in there?
Look, it's
Right.
got like these little side screws, like a medieval torture device.
Yeah, that's what's really weird about it. The
You'd have to
design
cut
of it
its
is
paws off to fit them in there.
Well, Suit 'em up, boys.
I can see you
Suit 'em
getting
up.
one on, but it's
Yeah.
like throwing a cat in a trash can. You just
You
can't
gotta
do it.
sedate the cat to even get that crap on.
He hobbled him. This cat tried to run away way too many times.
Hobbled. Good word.
Thank you.
This is my
I'm-
favorite guest so far.
Beautiful.
All right, I'm gonna say $8. $8.
All right, you say eight. What did you say? $8 or 6?
Eight.
$8. He's on the board, and this is for the entire contest. Knox, what do you think?
I would say
The cat.
I'm gonna stick with 2.
All right, 2 for Knox. And Big Clay, what do you think?
I'm going to say that's tough. That's real tough.
Let me put these on this cat while you're thinking. There you
This
go.
is the sounds.
Put these on.
$4 item. That might be a
$4
$4 item.
$4 for Big Clay. And last but not least, Mikey the Angry A-hole.
Now, look, if I've learned anything tonight, I've learned that Wish likes to charge you so much more when there's multiples. So there's 4 of these, just like
That's
8
right.
of the diapers. I'm going to go $10.
$10.
$2.50
for
a peg.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go through the guesses here. Bishop says $8 for the 4-piece cat medieval torture device. Knox $2. Clay $4 and Mikey $10. And this is for everything. Let's see what it is.
Come on.
$6. So who wins?
Who won?
Actually, that would be
Clay, right?
Of course.
Yep,
of
Clay.
course. It would be Big Clay because
Oh.
he guessed $4.
Look at that, baby. Look at that.
That was the closest.
Good job, Clay.
Thank you. I'm taking a bow. You can't see it yet, but I am taking a bow right now. Thank you, guys.
You young bastard.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. Very good job. That was actually a fun game.
Very
That
fun,
was
yeah.
very fun.
And I still don't the thing is that is so weird to me is what I have searched to bring up those results.
Oh yeah.
That's mind-boggling.
Because it all comes from like a collected set of data from your computer. It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
If you got the
Really.
toenail torture device yet, I've seen the toenail torture device pop up a few times. It's supposed to straighten your toenail, but there's some sharp things that you kind of tighten in at the edge.
It's like a turnbuckle for your toenail.
It is, yeah. It's,
That's weird.
Frightening.
Is everyone's toenails crooked? My toenails aren't crooked.
It's for if you have an ingrown toenail, it'll pop it
oh.
out of the sides for you.
It looks like
Those
a
are pretty
medieval
gross.
torture device, though. It's terrible looking.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, by the way, next week we'll be playing a new game too. It's gonna you're gonna be guessing who the ugly celebrity sibling is. Basically, I'm gonna show you an ugly celebrity sibling. You got to tell me who their famous relative is.
Nice. We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this.
He's got a bald spot the size of Alaska. He's one tall glass of water.
You can fit a lot of knowledge in that torso.
He's got big feet, a big mustache, and an even bigger ego. He's Clay.
Now come to Sneaks Ferry. Come see our little town. Just a small fishing village where good friends are found. Just a two-lane blacktop to the beach of the sound in Sneaks Ferry in the summertime.
It's Clay with the Nerd News.
Heading over to the nerdiest nerd I know at the Nerd Desk with, by the way, a very big announcement, which I'm very proud to announce along with you, Big Clay.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to do that now or at the end? Because
Do it at the end.
Okay, we'll just
Leave
carry
suspense.
that. Suspense building, very good. Thank you, by the way, for that wonderful introduction. We are joined by quite a few fellow nerds in the chat tonight, from what I can see. Shout out to all the nerdy homies chiming in the live chat there. We're going to kick the nerd news off tonight with some very exciting news, fellas. Very exciting news. We have recently.
Creed. Creed.
Hold on, Creed, come back. Where you going?
Creed.
This is your segment too.
Well, there goes our photos. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to put up pictures, huh? We
put them behind me.
Oh,
Go ahead.
so good. Okay. We recently learned that the very, very, very famous actor, Mr. Tom Cruise himself, will be teaming up with Elon Musk's SpaceX program and NASA to shoot the first ever narrative feature film in space. That's right, in space. The film is in the early development stages, and we have no idea what the story will entail, but it will not be, I repeat, it will not be a Mission Impossible movie. This will be an original film, and NASA has confirmed their involvement with the project in a recent tweet. They also revealed that the movie will be shooting on the International Space Station. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it may have been tied to maybe they were going to make Tom Cruise like the ambassador to some of the forthcoming space programs that we have, because there's one in the pipeline to go mine on the moon for resources. So I thought it'd been kind of cool. You know, he's done a lot of like sci-fi movies in the past few years, that he's going to be like the guy that's the face of that program. But it turns out he's not. He's just filming something like a feature film on the space station, I think, in the coming year.
So let me get this straight. They're going to fly Tom Cruise to the space station, or is this all CGI?
No, this is going to be legit filmed on the International Space Station in orbit in real time. So it's not going to be like a CGI green screen deal. Whatever this movie is, it's going to be him in space on that space station. So
I mean, this is going to be like the world's most expensive movie, wouldn't it? I mean,
I think so. I think it will be a pretty pricey film. I think.
Good one.
I wonder if there's some perhaps Scientology money backing this project, because that's almost a limitless fund they have as far as the bankrolling. Nice, you found the picture. Great picture.
Did Creed go shave?
Yes, he did.
He looks much younger.
He looks far younger than last I remember him.
Yep. Moving on, the current Washington administration is drafting, like I was saying, a blueprint for mining the moon under a new U.S.-sponsored international agreement called the Artemis Accords. Reuters reported this Wednesday, and this is from the report. The agreement would be the latest effort to cultivate allies around NASA's plan to put humans and space stations on the moon within the next decade. And it comes as the civilian space agency plays a growing role in implementing that actual policy. So they're really looking to lean heavily on SpaceX, it looks like, to get these vehicles into orbit, launch them to the moon, and set up some sort of mining colony, if you will, almost why can't I remember the name of that movie? Drawing a blank on it. Total Recall, almost Total Recall fashion, except on the moon instead of Mars. Yeah. So
all right, so let me get this right, Clay. They're going to go to the moon. They're going to do some mining. What are they mining for on the moon? What is on the moon? What is this plentiful mineral we're looking
Spoiler alert: moon rocks.
Yes, moon rocks. No, there are apparently like precious minerals and such located on the moon that
Nothing.
Are highly coveted. Nothing. No, it's just a ball of dust, is what Bishop thinks.
I think it's hollow, by the way.
Ooh, hollow, a hollow mooner. I like that. What makes you think that the moon is hollow?
A long time ago, there was a report about how an asteroid had hit the moon and it rang like a bell.
It rang like a bell. Interesting.
You might want to look into that.
I'll have to check that out. It's very interesting.
Hollow
so yeah,
sea
be
theory.
looking. What's up?
But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Clay.
I was just going to say, be looking forward to hearing more about that in the coming months and years, because that sounds like something that's actually happening.
So how long until they send the miners to space?
Like actual people or robots? Do you think it'll?
Whatever.
I think they'll do robots first, and I think they'll be able to do that within the next 5 years to have like a sort of a permanent, stable, or like mining operation on the moon within the next 5 years, run by robots only. So,
see, I think that we never went to the moon. I think it's all a shim sham. You know.
So you believe that there's a lot of conspiracy theories about that? That's for sure.
But you know, I might be the crazy man that lives in the mountains or whatever with this. But my thought is this. Okay, people in general, and especially white people. When have white people ever showed up somewhere where there is all kinds of minerals and stuff like that, and not gone and sent more white people to show up and hang out? Like Christopher Columbus didn't show up in the New World and was like, all right, it was cool. He went back and was like, it was crazy, but we'll never go again.
Yeah.
You know? So this sounds like, you know, that we still probably haven't been to the moon, that we're just going to send robots and because we don't want a total recall to happen.
Let me ask you this, Bish. So, are you saying no countries have been to the moon, or just the United States hasn't been, but other countries have?
I don't think any other country has ever said that they've landed a person on the moon, right? So
I think Japan or somewhere, China went not too long ago.
to the moon and put people on the moon.
Let me check.
Yeah.
I can Google this.
I know Russia said they went like back in the day.
I mean, wasn't that the point for the U.S. To put that Hollywood set together? Is basically to beat the Russians, right?
To beat the Russians because they beat us in pretty much everything else doing with space. So
Right. It says 12 people have been on the moon. I'm not going to look into the countries and where from, but 12 total people, quote unquote, have been on the moon. I agree with you.
I'm pretty sure it's only Americans. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe. I agree with you to some extent that there's a lot of really fishy stuff surrounding the evidence for the initial moon landing. And the moon landing itself, I think why we didn't really stress going back and putting more people on the moon after that at like a higher pace, like you're saying we normally would as a conquering species.
Sure.
Is because that the moon landing itself was merely a side effect of the Manhattan Project of trying to make weapons. So our goal with that project was to make rocket boosters that could carry a bomb from point A to point B across the world. The way that we tested that technology was to shoot things into space. Once we figured out how to get there, we've got the part done that we need for the weaponizing. So we don't really, if you look at history, we don't really force the issue anymore after that.
Okay, sure, I get you.
So because we already had the capabilities to shoot a nuclear weapon with those rockets, the space runs were just tests for the weapons essentially. But I'm with you. During the initial moon landing, it has come out in the past few years that some of those stage sets, or some of those films and pictures, were from stage sets. The counter argument to that is that they had bad footage and bad video, and instead of releasing the bad footage and like the really grainy, they produced it on a sound stage. Like they went, but the footage and audio they got was bad enough that they couldn't show us that stuff, and they had to produce some stuff to like fill in the gaps. But it's a very controversial subject for sure.
What Holly brought up, Emily also brought up earlier about Elon Musk kid. Is that on Nerd News tonight by any chance? It's very weird.
Yeah, her name. It's the child's
That's
name.
the name.
Very strange.
I don't know how she must have copy and pasted it into that comment, but
So
I mean, how do you?
I looked at how to pronounce this earlier. Let me see if I can find it really quick.
While you're looking for that, Clay, what I was talking about, I guess a little misunderstanding. China had went to the far side of the moon back on January 4th, 2019, and landed a rover on the moon and was going around taking pictures on the moon just last year. So,
okay.
But that's not a person.
No, it's not a person. I said last person was like 1972. So,
okay.
I don't know.
So they say the way to pronounce that name is X-Ash Archangel. That's the way that name is supposed to be pronounced. Very interesting. Yeah.
Well, what a great name.
Yeah.
So apparently they wanted a non-binary child, first of all, so wouldn't say if it's a boy or a girl.
Right.
And then end up with a name like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it looked like Elon has been struggling a little bit lately on the social media too. He had sort of a semi-breakdown the other day where he was like openly questioning why his company's stock price was so high, like on Twitter. So
that doesn't sound
times are hard.
Concern from the Elon Musk and SpaceX camp, because he kind of does what he wants to do. He's a mad genius, and sometimes madness is more prevalent than the genius. So very interesting stuff. Let's see. After that, we're going to check in and see what Kevin Smith has been doing. He's been getting back to his roots recently with Clerks 3 and his Mallrats sequel, which, however, are right now on hold because of the global situation. Because of that, he has recently revealed that he is looking to revive the old school Clerks animated series. Mike,
that's really good.
Any of that?
Very good.
I thought you might have. Yeah,
I have them on DVD. They're very good.
They are very good. They were sort of trying to figure out who owns the rights to that because it's kind of been just sort of left defunct for so long. And it turns out that Disney owns the rights to that currently. And Kevin Smith's longtime producing partner, Scott Mosier, is sort of in the pocket of Disney. And it looks like he's sort of hinting that Disney's going to let them do what they want and make the animated show come back, which is very cool to me. I've always been a huge Kevin Smith fan. I know some of you guys are as well.
Could there be a possibility of a Clerks Land at Disney World?
That would be cool. I mean, if they own the IP, I wouldn't put it above them. I mean,
Kevin Smith World. One part of the world is Mallrats, the other part is Clerks, and the last ride is Red State.
Oh, a Red State ride. That would be intense, huh?
Such a great movie. Great movie.
It was a good movie. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think that we're going to see a lot more of those animated things in the next year or so, next couple of years. And finally, we're going to cap the nerd news tonight with some really exciting news. It's been reported that Bill Murray will be appearing in Ghostbusters Afterlife, along with the original cast members Sigourney Weaver, Dan Aykroyd, Annie Potts, and Ernie Hudson. In case you had any doubt, it's been confirmed once again that Murray will be in the film and that he is reprising his role as Dr. Peter Venkman. So there was some confusion and controversy last time they did a Ghostbusters movie that he didn't.
Horrible.
Right, it was bad. I did not like it. Some people did, so that's fine. He was very unhappy with it and said he wanted nothing to do with the franchise going forward. It's very good to see that he's been brought back into the fold. He goes on to say in the interview that, well, basically we're a man down. That's the deal, and that's the story we're telling, and that's the story they've written. Speaking, of course.
Hey, Clay.
Huh?
Did you like that movie?
No, I wasn't a huge fan of the last.
I mean, I don't think anybody should like that movie.
I didn't think it was a very enjoyable film. Of course, Harold Ramis will be missed. Not with us anymore.
Now, Clay, is this the Ghostbusters that we saw previews for before all this craziness happened? And
I think the kids.
Yes, like the kids.
Right. Yep. But all the original living cast members are going to be a part of it, which
that's great.
Okay, but I'm guessing though it's going to be 90% of the movie are these kids, and then like 10% is going to be the Ghostbusters.
I bet you're probably close to accurate there. I can see that being a thing that happens, but it'll be nice to see the old cast, at least in the capacity that we have them in. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, has been your nerd news for the week. Also, the announcement that Creed sort of mentioned going into this, starting this week, we're going to be doing our own hour. Myself, special guests, perhaps some of our fellow cast members here, I'm sure from time to time, will be joining me on an hourly long show we're going to be doing weekly, which is mostly focused around the nerd world and the nerd news, and I guess my interests. So I'm extremely excited to bring that to you guys, and of course, my friends here who want to join me.
And we're going to do it on Twitch, exclusively on Twitch, I do believe.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's
at a day and time TBD.
Right. It's going to be very soon. So we're going to let you know the exact date and time coming within the next couple of days.
So basically what you just had, but a little bit extended. For
like I said, I'll be having some special guests on. Of course, some of you guys will want to pop in and help me out, I'm sure. So it'll be a good time. We'll talk about all sorts of fun stuff coming up in and around the nerd world, because there's a lot right now. There's a whole lot.
Awesome.
I have a quick question from the chat room.
Okay.
Holly wants to know, what about Rick Moranis? Because listen, we have heard that Rick Moranis is thinking about getting back into movies in Hollywood.
Right.
I think that would be great.
That would be kind of a cool, like, super sneaky surprise if that was his return. Like, he's been saying for decades now, almost at least 10 years, that he doesn't want to be involved in anything Hollywood anymore. He wants to focus on his family. That's respectable. But it'd be very cool for him to just sort of pop up and be like, "Ha, I'm back." I love Rick Moranis. So,
okay. Oh, Dave the Scott, you calm down now.
Look at this guy pitching. He's ready. Put him in.
Put me in, coach.
Knox.
Yeah.
You okay? You all right?
I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie.
Are you? Why?
It's almost 11 o'clock. However, we can talk about just a quick 1 second. If you can pull up my picture.
Yeah, hold on. 1 second.
Yep.
Waiting.
Hold on. Which picture, Knox? You sent me
Still waiting.
That's right.
The one not weather related.
Okay.
Hello there, Redface. Thank you for coming in and saying hey.
Hey, look at that guy.
Long time no see.
What's up, buddy?
Look how Knox perks right up.
I'm awake now.
Hey. He was just falling asleep on the couch during Nerd News.
I was telling someone a story about living in that house with red face where I had to poop into a bag in the toilet.
We call those good times.
I learned that from somebody that said that's what they had to do on a construction site.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
got to be done sometimes.
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
Yep. All right. So, okay.
So this right here, given the current global situation, people just want to go out and have a picnic. Well, now you can do it. This right here is the global situation picnic blanket.
Jesus.
And
ring around the rosy.
As you can see, I mean, everyone's got their own spot. They are equidistant,
including Spot the dog.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the RC dog is very lonely since his dad died.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, look like Spuds McKenzie a little bit. That is a bit. You know what? I have to say that
Alex from Stroh's.
That's a better photo than last week. Last week's picture was a lot smaller.
Sorry, it's not a thumbnail for you, Knox.
No, it's okay. It's good. But I tell you what. Moving on from that, I just want to say breaking news. Bishop, my other picture, please. Gonna have some snow, dude.
Yeah, I heard,
Friday into Saturday. This is one of the.
We're even going to be in the frost zone.
Yeah,
and I guess starting in the mountains of North Carolina, they said they could see a little bit of snow. That's ridiculous. It's freaking May.
For up here, they're exactly. So they're calling for anywhere above 500 feet to get a couple inches of heavy, wet snow.
Is that blue? Is the blue some heavy, wet snow? Or
correct? The darker the blue, the heavier the wet snow is.
Luck with that, New
My
York.
favorite kind, that heavy wet snow you got there.
Yep, heavy and wet. That's how I like them.
The heavier that snow is, and the
But the thing is, I mean, is it a big deal? Not really. Creed, from living up here that we do sometimes have snow in May, but this will be. I've been through a couple of Mother's Day weekends where we've had snow, and my mom cried.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
are you sure she was crying about that and not about her son
and his warts that he cut off?
Being a disappointment.
No. My mom just hates the snow, the cold.
I understand. I get
there
it.
You go.
Very nice.
Very nice. Ooh,
That's
hello
great
there.
picture. I love it.
You need to put your mouth over that one.
Oh, by the way, who thinks their picture looks less like them than possibly mine? Mine, I feel like definitely looks nothing like me.
I enjoy.
You don't think so?
I became extremely self-conscious about the bags under my eyes.
I think we all have those on there.
Secretly trying to.
Well, we're not spring chickens anymore. It's okay to have bags under your eyes.
My favorite was Clay's.
I thought
Clay's is very good.
Clay's is my least favorite. Mikey, I thought was spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mikey's was good.
We all have differing opinions.
And Bish is spot on.
Yeah, I love
obviously.
Bish's. And yours is pretty good too, Knox. I like mine.
Creed looks like he's drunk in his.
Well, I always look. For some reason, I don't know why my eyes never open. So
I
always look drunk.
My hair's not gray enough in mine.
Well, he's doing you a favor, bud.
I sent him one with less gray hair for you.
Oh, well, thanks.
There's one where your hair is like white as hell. Like it's like
you look like heavy wet snow.
Oh, salt, pepper.
You look like you would look like a wizard. Like, and this is the wizard of the show. Like, I think yours looks a lot. I think they all look a lot like.
I think he did a fantastic job.
And with Clay's, the issue he had with Clay, the only photo he could use was the one that Clay sent me.
Clay's like a Bigfoot, like an elusive Bigfoot.
Yeah, he said there's no photos of this guy except for with him with his back turned. And this and
He's
that.
an enigma.
That's me, baby. Gotta fight the algorithm. They can't see you.
All right, let's keep moving and jump over to this.
Time for news, CMP style. I think there's going to be news.
This is a news update.
I got a little bit of news to bring your way. One thing on the entertainment side. Did you guys see that Dog the Bounty Hunter, who by the way just lost his wife 10 months ago? I think it was that Beth passed away. But he's already engaged.
Oh, for the second time. For the
second time. What are you talking about, Willis?
Dog the Bounty Hunter has been engaged twice.
Since her death?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's kind of weird, no? Don't you think? Maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely weird because I
Maybe
thought
a little
they
bit.
were a perfect match. I thought you really loved that girl, but I guess
well.
not.
Well, I
He's
mean,
not either.
she's gone. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah, obviously.
A
How long
widower?
is the proper time though? I feel as if at least a year.
A year to start dating, 2 years to remarry.
Dating via text or actual dating?
Yes,
Via
text
text
only.
only.
Text
How
only.
old is this girl? I bet she's young. I bet she's real young.
I am not sure because I don't have it in front of me. By the way, it's a good.
Am I
I
the only
think
one
she's
sad?
actually she's older. I believe she's not
Than
that
him?
young.
Older than
No,
him?
but older than you'd think. Older than a young girl.
Maybe
Older than a
always-
young woman.
Older than a young woman.
he's lost some of his pool. That Dog the Bounty Hunter pool just isn't what it used to be.
Dave the Scott, you were absolutely right. You remember the caricatures that he did with
That's
that shirt was
right.
fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I still have one in a box. I'm
Oh, that's
almost
awesome.
certain.
All the homies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So Mikey says what? 2 years until you start dating?
No,
How
to
old is he?
remarry.
To remarry.
To remarry.
1 year to date, 2 to tie the knot.
Yeah.
Did you get
Otherwise-
the name of that chick?
Especially if you have children.
Yeah, but they're old. The kids are all out of the house. It's not like
Don't make it hurt any
Yeah,
less.
but I feel that 10 months kind of throws up some red flags, like something might have been going on, because that seems pretty quick to me. That's just
Yeah,
just
because
me.
to me, especially with her having been sick for so long with cancer, it
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
he's just like, he was already
Might have.
checked out. Didn't take
Might
him
have.
long to recover.
Yeah.
So Francie Fran is her name. She's 51 and he's 67.
Yeah, so age appropriate.
Yeah, I would say so then.
You guys want to go ahead and take a guess of how old Kurt Loder is today?
I got it.
Remember him from MTV?
I know.
Saw earlier.
Go ahead, Knox.
Shocking number.
75.
Yeah, that sounds right. How
I would have never have guessed 75.
Well, he was older when he was on MTV. You could tell he was like an older statesman
right
at that point. He wasn't no young guy.
Did he ever go on to Sirius like a lot of others did, or did he kind of just go?
No, he went to ESPN. He was
Did
on
he
ESPN
really?
a lot. Yeah.
What did he do on ESPN? Just like color commentating, or
No, be an ESPN. Like he was kind of like just a
Analyst.
reporter. Yeah. No, he wasn't an analyst. He was a reporter. Like they would do
Oh, was he?
stories.
Okay.
You guys
Well,
never
I know-
saw Kurt
I know
Loder
the
on
one guy
ESPN?
did.
No.
I know the one guy did. The Chris, whatever his name was, he's on there. I've seen him on ESPN a ton. That was on MTV.
and did you guys?
Maybe you're confusing the two.
Did you guys hear about who is going to be playing the Toronto Mayor Rob Ford in a limited series that's in the works for AMC?
Big Clay.
Yes.
Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear.
It's going to be Jim Gaffigan, which I think
Oh, that's
really
great.
could pull that off pretty well.
I like that casting.
And those of you who don't remember, Rob Ford, wasn't he all about the cocaine, right?
Yeah, crack.
You
It was
remember
actually
him?
crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, crack.
Oh, was it crack? Even
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
He was the
There's
fattest
video.
dude you ever seen on crack.
There's a video of him smoking crack, which was what really got him into a lot of hot water
Oh, that's great.
back in the day.
Yeah, you don't remember that back in the day?
Back in
the good old days.
You
I saw
know.
another casting thing I saw today. I think was they set up Nick Cage to be the Tiger King. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And it's going to be on
That's-
CBS. It's
It
going to be
is.
like
What?
a miniseries on CBS.
on CBS.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
CBS
that's-
is paying for it. So
that's
I guess
weird.
It's going to be on CBS.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, so
All right.
because they were saying
Hey,
that this is the first time he's ever done television.
Can you guess how old Daisy Fuentes is?
No.
She was a good looking VJ.
I would say
Better
she's
looking than Kurt
probably-
Loder?
Yeah, it says so.
She's 58.
Close, 53.
Hmm.
Been married twice.
So you're saying I got a chance?
Up next, an Ohio woman was placed under arrest after reportedly calling 911 to ask for help extinguishing a fire. Katrina Morgan is 50 years old. About 10 o'clock Saturday night, she called to allegedly falsely report that her, we'll say, vajayjay
My loins
Okay.
are burning.
was on fire. She used the P word when she called. Must be a
Well, she was
great, I would like to hear that
freaking out.
911 audio, by the way. Morgan asked the cops if the fire department's hose is working and said, I need somebody to come put it out with their hose, according to New York Post. Police arrived to find Morgan at her friend's home where she and others had been drinking.
Yep.
And, no surprise there, I suppose. Cops moved in to arrest Morgan for false reports and disrupting police operations.
Aw, lame. They were just having fun.
And
Cousin Holly, Jesse is 40.
Oh, nice.
All right. I have a terrible memory. Which one is Jesse? I don't remember.
He was the tall, skinny guy who won like a reality show contest to become a.
He was
DJ, but only
homeless.
lasted a very little time. Yeah, it was just. He was like, "Hey, dude, yeah, man." He's real skinny, had like spiky hair, and.
Oh yeah, I had to Google him for a picture. I do remember that.
Like
guy,
a stoner type.
Yeah, he was a flash in the pan for sure.
This one actually hits kind of close to us here in the Carolinas, anyways, from Rowan County. 2 deputies are recovering from injuries, and a man is behind bars after a very bizarre incident unfolded actually yesterday morning. According to a release from the Rowan County Sheriff's Office, deputies were called shortly before 9 a.m. to help Stanley County authorities with a police chase that ended near Panther Creek, whatever. Unrelated to that crime, while deputies were conducting traffic control on, this is a great name, Bringle Ferry Road, a man came out of his house and he began behaving behaving erratically, which drew the attention of the sergeant. So the 2 deputies said that they thought the man might be having a bit of a mental breakdown or has some mental health issues, or that he was impaired. A few minutes later, the man, identified as 29-year-old Starvos something, drove down his driveway in a silver 2019 Volkswagen Jetta to his mailbox. He then got out of his car. He started singing and making hand gestures, signing, I believe. Yeah, signing and making hand gestures. Authorities then say that he dropped his pants and mooned them.
Oh, this guy was doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He began
he was keeping busy.
Them.
He then got back in his car, began backing up the driveway, and that's when they stopped him and got him. I don't know what you're charged with if you just moon the police. I don't really think that's even a
indecent exposure.
Yeah, they'll put that man on the sex offenders list because the world is a very screwed up place.
But you would have thought that was coming out of Florida, wouldn't you? I mean, that's a pretty Florida.
So. It's like a Florida.
It's a pretty
story.
Florida thing, you know.
Yeah.
Big news, and this is kind of weird too. And I've noticed this around here, and I don't know how it is up north. That a Chicago bar is starting carry out with to-go cocktails, and I've noticed around here a lot of the restaurants actually have signs that you can like carry out beer and different drinks and stuff. I have no idea how that works.
I have a friend.
How's the Cheez-Its, dude?
I was going to ask that.
There's Jesse.
Oh, hey guys.
What's up, Jesse?
Jesus, that was quick. You must be very bored to get. Mikey, did you send that request over that quick, huh?
Yeah, man.
Look, he's there on it. He had nothing else going on.
Yeah. Mikey sent me a text, man. He said, "Hey, listen, my son's trying to hook up with these chicks via text. Will you come over here?" I said, "Yeah, man, I got it. I got it." Hey, man. Hey, can I get some of them chips? What kind of chip? Are those kettle corn?
Cheez-Its.
Man, I love kettle corn, man.
What are you high for Cheez-Its?
Cheese nips. You know what I like to do? I like to take a bunch of Cheez-Its, man, and just like chew them all up.
Yeah.
And swallow them a little bit and then regurgitate them up.
Joshua, by the way, Joshua, that is called buggery. We learned on the show all together one time about buggery.
You guys talk about having sex with horses, man?
Yes. Why, Jesse? Do you have something to do with that?
Not me, man. If you heard anything about it, it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man. It wasn't me, man. Yeah,
Jesse.
Yeah, man.
Sure. What are you doing these days, Jesse? What is what is a day in the life of Jesse Camp?
Oh, man, I got my own show in South Africa right now, man. It's crazy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did you sign that
man.
contract and you're good to go?
I did, man. It's good, man. I gotta tell you.
Cool.
They love Cheez-Its, man. I love Cheez-Its.
What's your favorite Cheez-It? By the way, I need to say
Zesty,
something.
man. Zesty, man. You got to get them a little burnt, man.
No,
Zesty.
did you see they have the ones that are
Well
a little
done.
bit burnt? You can
Yeah,
buy
man.
the
Well
they
done.
taste like crap. I think I don't.
Those are the worst ones.
They
No,
were
they're the best ones, man.
No, they were very underwhelming. I thought I was very, very happy.
You know who
to see-
was? You know who else was underwhelming? Kennedy. I'm sorry, man. I'm
the girl with the glasses, not the
yeah,
president.
man.
Kennedy. Okay, I thought another Kennedy.
No,
the girl with the glasses.
Kennedy. No, not John Kennedy. Not John Kennedy.
She was kind of hot though.
Kennedy was hot.
No, yeah.
Was it
but
the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
She
on,
had
man.
a-
I'll be there in a second.
She
Hey,
had
man,
a
these horses in the
commercial.
back are going crazy, man.
Yeah,
Kennedy
that's
had a,
required.
Kennedy had a commercial that was getting late with Kennedy, and her it sounded like getting laid with Kennedy.
Yeah, man. That's my idea. I said, hey, why don't we do a thing where it said getting late with Jesse?
Oh, you want to do like your own show?
Yeah, man. Like instead of 120 minutes, man. My hair is real itchy, man. Anyways,
You must use a lot of hairspray, by the way. It hasn't moved at all.
not at all, man. Natural.
You use mayonnaise like Big Ed.
Oh God.
Man, yeah.
Mr. Ed.
That's a good way, man, to get a tan, man. You just slather mayonnaise on yourself. Tan you right up, man, like some of them zesty, well done, bold cheese nips, man.
They have
Hey, man, let me
cheese
say-
now. How high are you, Jesse?
You ever see a giraffe? You ever see a giraffe's behind, man? You ever see that?
Yeah.
Well, just hey, man. Imagine if imagine if a giraffe called up the fire department and said, "Hey, you're gonna have to get the ladder truck to put this thing out." That's how I am right now.
Do you basically live like in a horse barn now? Is that? I mean,
Yeah. Listen, over here, man. I got tons of horses, man. Well, I work with someone that has horses, but they're like my own, man. They love me.
Do you ride?
No, hell no, man. That's dangerous as hell. I don't get on the horse. Oh my god. You know, I walk them briskly. Just a nice brisk.
You do the shoes and stuff?
Nah, man, that's dangerous too, man. I don't do that.
That is dangerous. You just let them go on the crowd.
I just let them run around, man, and
You should style their hair.
we're on such good terms. I just say, hey, whoa, hey. And they slow down. They slow down.
They listen. You got a good communication.
I do. That communication's key, man.
what the hell happened there?
Hey, slow down, man. Hey. Slow down.
Is
All
that
right, well,
okay?
listen, I'm gonna go, man. I got nothing else to talk to you guys about. Yeah, one time at horse camp, man. I ate so many cheese nips, it was crazy.
No, not cheese nips.
No, not nips.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Oh, man, you gotta get the cheese nips, man.
Right.
Classic.
Cheese.
No, nips are horrible.
Cheese nips.
Oh. Yeah, man.
Cheese nips.
I think the nips are southern, right? It's a very southern.
Are the cheese nips the southern style?
I think
Are
so.
they made by Lance?
I think they
might
might.
a cheaper
man.
version though.
Better version, man.
The last little piece of news that I had is millennials all over the world are rejoicing. They're opening 85 Starbucks starting very soon.
That's
Do you like
crazy.
Starbucks? Do you got any of you guys Starbucks fans?
Not
It's
I.
expensive.
Kraft.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I like
Kraft
Dunkin'
makes
Donuts
cheese
as
nips.
well.
I like people that like my lovely fiance that goes to Starbucks and she says, "I'm going to get a coffee," and it's nothing like a coffee. Nothing even close to coffee.
Iced caramel macchiato, dude.
Is that your go-to at the Bucks, bro?
When I do have the chance to go to Starbucks, you know, it's not my first choice, but I will go with other people that are going. I prefer, like Bishop says, Dunkin' Donuts. You cannot go wrong with the Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I like to, if I go to a Starbucks, I don't get coffee at all. I get an iced chai latte.
Oh, tea. Nice.
Yes.
I don't even understand their sizing, so I don't even try.
Large is like the medium. Venti is they're large. I do believe.
No,
the
thank you.
the grande.
I'm not
is a
learning
larger
another
thing.
language to order coffee.
Right. Yeah, makes sense to me. Well, hey, thank you, everybody, for joining us across all the platforms on the YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. We absolutely appreciate it. Please share, especially after the fact, and like and comment. Smash that like button, as they say on
That's
YouTube.
right.
But we really do appreciate it, and make sure to reach out and say hey anytime. And like the Facebook page, that's where you're going to get the most up-to-date info on the Creedence and Bishop show. Let's see. Any last words? Where do we start? How about you, Big Clay?
Oh, well, of course, I do have some last words. I'd first like to say it's been great to see all the people hanging out with us in the live chat tonight, too. That was very cool. All the homies checking in. And, of course, I love you guys, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on this new Nerd News Hour very soon.
Yes. The Nerd News Hour coming up at a TBD sometime this week. We'll give you a heads up. It's going to be on Twitch. And, by the way, if you have a Roku, you can pop it right up on there. Right on the Roku, which is kind of neat, and watch along. So we'll be talking to you at some point for the Nerd News Hour this week. Knox, any last words?
I'll send you guys some photos of the snow on Saturday morning.
Yes, please do.
And
Good
until
luck with
next week, until next week. See you then.
All right. And Mikey the Angry A-Hole.
I just want to thank everybody, especially all of our fans over in Indonesia, Nepal, Bangladesh, all across the world. Thank you so much. We love you all. We need each and every one of you each and every week, especially all of you that watch the replay. Smash the like, send comments, send us your stories and questions. We love you all.
B-Shop, any last words?
I just want to say hi to all of you cool cats and kittens and let it be known that I'm going to be playing Carol Baskins in the movie.
Carol Baskins.
Nice.
Yeah.
My
big role. And
killed her.
Thank you.
Husband whacked him.
Thank you.
Is that a Diet Bro?
Yeah, boy. That's all I drink.
And thanks to everyone that's joined, and thanks for Mikey for joining as well.
Yes, thanks for holding us up.
Beautiful.
Bishop is so happy to go to bed after 11. All right, that is it for us. We'll see you next week. We do it Wednesdays at 8:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. That's it. See ya.
Oh.
Maybe.